Hi there. Okay. I don't know what that was about, sorry, just, you know, why not? So, in today's video, I want to talk to you about investment habits. Really, I want to talk to you about your money mindset, where you're investing, how you invest, how you're showing up in your business, and how that can be translating into the clients that you're attracting. A lot of the time, I think it's really important to recognize that having a positive money mindset does not mean that you are spending money left, right, and center. And having a lack money mindset doesn't mean that you're holding on to money left, right, and center. Okay. To some people it might, but all of my content is original. It comes from my brain and my thoughts. So this is my experience and my perspective. So when it comes to your money mindset, the key thing that I want to talk about when it comes to money mindset is understanding your relationship with what money can do for you or do against you. That's what we need to start thinking about. So if you currently have a money mindset of, do you know what, actually, I can't right now because I don't have the money. This isn't going to work because I don't have the money. Your relationship with money is that money is restricting you. Money is the reason that you can't do what you want to do. Doesn't matter how much or how little you have. If you have a mindset of, I'm going to make this work. I want this and we'll find solutions. You know, we'll find ways. Money is a driver for you. So I just want you to start to think, what is your relationship with how money can move you forwards? Not the amount you have, the amount you spend, the amount you invest, the amount you save. Not that. It's not that. This is about your relationship with money, your actual relationship with money. And I just want to go a bit deeper into this. So as a child growing up, my parents, I came from a working class background. Both my parents had full-time jobs and my mum worked shift work. So yeah, they worked full-time. And I was always taught money doesn't grow on trees. I'm a twin as well. So if I wanted something, my brother had to have it. If he had something, I had to have it. It had to be fair. I couldn't go on the school ski trip because my parents couldn't afford for both of us to go. So it was very kind of fair in my household in terms of, you know, if one is doing something, the other one needs to be able to do it. But that obviously came with, you know, money barriers. And that was something that was always the way. That was always the way as a twin. Yeah, school trips, things like that. We both had to be able to do it. Then obviously when my dad became our kind of like sole carer, my mum moved out, he worked even harder. So in my house, I was very used to the fact that hard work paid off. Hard work paid off. But my relationship with money from a very early age became a thing of opportunity. So even from a young age, I would save, even if it was like £1, you know, from my pocket money or whatever. Or if I got birthday money, I would save it and then really think about how I wanted to spend my money. Money was an opportunity for me. It was never something that could hold me back. I always thought, how can I make this work for me? So when I'm talking to you about investment habits and how you're investing in your business, and the reason this is so important is, if you want your business to continually grow, it's like your health. If you want to continually be healthier, you continue to invest in healthier foods. You invest in exercise, you invest in a gym. You don't suddenly stop going to the gym when you become healthy. You then invest more time into your health. You invest in your gym trainers, you invest in equipment, you invest in an app on your phone, whatever it is, it's continual investment. It's exactly the same with your business, but for some reason we don't see it that way. We see that when we get to a certain level, it's like, okay, cool, I'll just do it all on my own now. But we wouldn't do that in any other situation, you know? So it's the same with your house. Once you've got the house, you don't go, cool, I'm in the house now, that's it. You continue to invest in your electric, in your heating, in your furniture, you know, in your TV, because we want that experience to continually be enjoyable. And we don't want it to be stressful and then us kind of on the back foot. So for me, and this is all part of money mindset, by the way. So I am really encouraging you to take a look at your relationship with what money can create for you. What money does for you. Is your relationship that money holds you back? Money is the reason you can't do things. So therefore, money has the power. Money has the control. Or that you are going to create opportunities irrespective of where the money is right now because you have the power and the control. You are in control of what happens next. Because this is really important. If we are using money as a reason that we cannot move ourselves forward, we will never be able to move ourselves forward because you haven't given yourself the control. You've given money the control. And if you're listening to this thinking, but Sam, you know, we do need money to pay the bills, look after our kids, pay for our car, pay for our mortgage. I get that. Of course, I understand that. But even that is a mindset shift. Yes, we need that money to be able to pay for the lifestyle that we have, but we've also chosen that lifestyle. We've chosen the car that we have, the house that we live in, you know, what our kids wear. You know, we're making these choices constantly. So if we can make these choices, we can choose whether we spend £5 a day on Costa and say we haven't got any money, or we can choose whether we get a takeaway when we could cook at home. We choose whether we just hoard things that we could sell that we don't use anymore. You know, all of these are choices, and these are choices that I have to make too. My house is full of stuff that I don't need, so I'm always selling things on Facebook Marketplace. Like 2 months ago, I was talking about this on my stories. I made like 150 quid selling things I don't need, like dog bowls that I bought for Vinny when he was, when we first got him, that were literally like the size of his whole body, because I didn't realise he was going to stay like this big. So, you know, there's always opportunities. Even when I look around my office now, there's stuff that I don't need that I could sell, you know. So it's important we choose. So recognizing that your money mindset, your relationship with money is all about understanding, okay, is money controlling me or am I controlling my life? Irrespective of what money I've got or I haven't got. That's really important. So then when it comes to your investing habits, do you see investing as a chore? Oh God, I'm stuck now, so I need help. Well, I better invest. Or do you see investment as an opportunity to grow? This is so important. You know, people say to me, do you know what, Sam, I don't actually need more strategy, so I'm just going to try and do it on my own. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But remember, if you could do it on your own, you would have done it on your own already. But if now, when investment is the barrier, money is the barrier, that you're like, no, I do it on my own now, but you haven't done it on your own up until this point. So why now, when money is coming up and you're like, oh yeah, actually, I don't really want to spend that, so I'm just going to do it on my own. We're deterring ourselves from what we know that we want and we need and we deserve because of this number. When what we should be doing is thinking about what opportunities are there for me? How can I make this work? Where am I going? Do I want to do this on my own? And then in another 6 months, I'm just back here going, oh yeah, I can just do it myself. And the other thing that's really important is I don't just work on strategy, and you all know that, you know, from spending time with me. It's about energy, accountability, momentum, ideas, creativity, innovation, support, experience. It's not about giving you an X, Y, and Z strategy, which I would never do anyway, but it's about hearing you out, having a sounding board, having a community, holding space for you, acknowledging you, supporting you. And if you could do it on your own, you would have done it on your own already. That's a key thing. So when it comes to investing and we think about our investments, how is our mindset hindering or helping us? You know, I just really want you to be thinking about that when it comes to your mindset. So for me, there have been things that I've invested in that have had a really amazing ROI, and things that I've invested in that have had really amazing lessons to learn. But every part of business is also about growth. Every part of business is not just about becoming rich quick. Can I just point that out? FYI. You know, every part of business is not just about becoming rich quick. And even now, for example, in my business, I'm working with my new accounts team and financial and legal advice to be able to get to a point where we can be mortgage free, we can have our property business, I can retire in a few years' time and all of this. And it's not based on the money that I want to earn, it's based on how I look after the money I've got, how I create opportunities with the money that I have. You don't need to be a millionaire to be able to change your life, you know, you don't need to do that. I've lived in the same house, you know, I've owned this house since before I started my business. Just because I now have this really successful, profitable business doesn't mean that I now have like a mansion in the countryside. It's not about that. Money is not about that, and we need to really reframe our relationship with what money creates for us and what investing looks like. Investing, how do you experience investing? What is your experience? What are you doing? And the other thing is to take responsibility. If there have been investments that you deem to be bad, were you ready for them? Did you fully commit? Did you show up and do the work? Were you there taking action, asking the right questions, taking accountability for the investment you'd made? Or did you make the investment and give them the responsibility? You fix it. So I've invested, you fix it. Or was the investment the start of your own growth? I've invested, so I'm investing in myself to be better. I'm going to show up, I'm going to commit, I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to get the right support. Even that's really important when it comes to investment habits. Are you investing and then just passing responsibility? Or are you investing and taking ownership? Are you investing and looking at the growth and the opportunity, or are you investing thinking, I need to get that back? What am I doing? What am I doing? Then we're focusing on the wrong things. If we're focusing just on the monetary value, we're not focusing on our growth. We're not focusing on expansion. We're not focusing on experiences. We're not focusing on our next level. We're focusing on going back to a level you've just up-leveled from. So if you've invested and then you think, I need to make that money back, you're now focusing on the money that you had before you invested, rather than, I'm ready to triple my money. I'm ready to double my investment. I'm ready to go bigger. So your mindset needs to shift. Once you invest, you're taking yourself to another level. So if we then think, well, I just need to make that money back, are you just taking yourself back to a space that you've already moved from, which is why you invested in the first place? So it's really important to think about that when you look at things like your investing habits. And again, remember, this is just my experience, my relationship with money, my mindset. You know, everyone has their own experiences, and that's great. This isn't right or wrong. This is just me sharing my perception and relationship with money, and some support that could help you with mindset reframes and looking at your relationship with money as opportunities, money as growth, money as control, and how you're investing or not investing, and what's holding you back. Truly what's holding you back. It's not the money. If you needed a kidney, you'd find the money. It's not the money. It's about the fear. What does this represent of me going to that next level? What would my life look like? What would people think? Am I ready for it? Can I commit? Do I have the time? Is it a priority? Oh, there's so much more. It's not the money. The money is just the easy get out because it's the tangible thing. The intangible is what's inside. The thoughts and the mindset and the relationship that we have. It's not down to this thing. It's not down to that, okay? So it's really important to spend some time looking at that. What are your investment habits? What's your relationship? And again, it goes back to what I said, you know, are you happy to spend £5 a day on a Starbucks, which is £25 a week, you know, which is £100 a month? You know, what are we looking at roughly? You know, £25 a week, 50, 75, yeah, you know, you get the gist, which is £100 a month, you know? So, which is £1,200 a year. So where are we going with this when it looks to investing? You know, what does that look like? Are you buying your clothes or your shoes, but we're not investing in your growth? What do we deem to be what's important here, you know? And again, it's for all of us to do. I need to do this for myself constantly. I need to look at where I'm spending, where I'm saving, where I'm growing, where I'm developing, expanding, where I'm, you know, all of these things are so important. So look at your habits, look at your relationship with money, look at how you're showing up for money, look at how you're owning and controlling yourself and your destiny, or how money is taking on that responsibility for you and you're just bypassing yourself. How you invest and give that responsibility to someone else rather than yourself. There's just so much. So I really want you to be thinking about that, and I really hope this has given you some food for thought. So if you do want to learn any more about money, your money mindset, we do have the Finance and Wealth School, which is our flagship money program, teaching you all about how you could be investing, looking at the wealth and the success and the sustainability of your business, your pricing, your money mindset in business, dealing with objections, and the Success School and the Business Bundle. All of those are available in the links attached to this video. So I absolutely can't wait to see you in some more content, to continue to support you and to hear what's come up for you when you watch this video. I know it's going to be some juicy reflections. So I'll see you soon.